Sean Diddy Combs, his former girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie Ventura, facing cross-examination today for the first time after 2 days on the stand in direct. This just moments ago, she asked the judge for a quick break during her cross, all happening in federal court, so no cameras, but we do have our Kelly Craft. She's been covering this like no other in Manhattan, outside the federal courthouse. Kelly, good morning to you. Fill us in on what has happened so far with the much anticipated cross of Cassie Ventura.
Well, hi there, Ted. Yes, earlier, Cassie did ask for a short break. She is back on the stand right now. But before we came back from the break, she was standing there waiting for everyone to make their way into the courtroom. And she was holding something in her hands, and it appeared to be a rosary. At least it was beads of some sort. And she was going along the beads as if you're saying the rosary. So she was standing there. She has on a black blazer that's kind of like a tuxedo-looking blazer, but she's holding up pretty well today, seems to be in good spirits, and has been kind of chuckling at times on the stand, even in an exchange between her and defense counsel when they were talking about how she was going to be reading the communication messages between her and Sean Combs. In regard to Sean Combs, before they came back from that break, he was conferring a lot with his defense counsel, but as soon as Cassie got back onto the witness stand, he was sitting back in his chair, very relaxed, just hands clasped in front of him and listening. At one point, he did start conferring with his counsel when some communications were being brought up on the screen. We do have a bit of the testimony that we can put up for you on our screen right now. We can talk about it, what was said so far inside that courtroom. So, as I was mentioning what Cassie was wearing, this is what Combs is wearing. He has on a beige sweater, white collar, and gray pants. So he's kind of had the same kind of look every single day. His three sons and mother, they're in the courtroom. Combs tapped his chest when he made eye contact with them. And then Ventura, as I was mentioning, wearing a black tuxedo-style jacket with a light blouse, her hair tied back into a ponytail. And in regard to some of the testimony, let's take a look at that and what was said so far on the stand. So Ventura read loving emails between the couple from 2008. Combs said, "I'm a very lucky man. I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to hold you." And Ventura responded, "I'm a very lucky woman. I miss you so much. I'd fly wherever you needed me to, whenever. I love you." So that's an example of one of the things that was said today in court in regard to her testimony. We do have another one we can put up for you in which she was testifying that she wanted more time and attention from Combs. "I haven't talked to you at all. I know you can take 3 minutes out of your day to talk to me, and you don't even try. I'm really hurt by the way you deal with me. I don't need your money. I need some attention. I am thankful, but I can pay for these things myself." And Ted, I just walked from outside the courthouse, and some of the other things that she was just testifying to are getting pretty graphic in nature, so I'm not going to be able to read everything on camera. But one of the things that's going to be important, and what defense counsel is picking up on, is an email. So when these emails or BlackBerry messages are being discussed, she is addressing them to Puffy, or Pop. That was the nickname that she had for him. And she told him that in order for me to be more open, I need to feel like you're my husband, that this is the only man who will have this aggressive sexual side of me. And this is where it gets to be important, because then she says in this email exchange that in the beginning, when we were in love and we did these freak-offs, she responded and she said, "It felt right." So that's what she says in that email. And defense counsel questioned her about that and what she was referring to. It was those freak-offs. And she said, "It felt right." She said, "We were in love." And then she said, "I'm afraid, though, that I'm becoming just one of your girlfriends in order for you to get your fantasies off." So they are going through all of these communications, Ted, between Sean Combs and Cassie, trying to establish consent, that she was a willing participant, and in fact sending messages to him, one of which I'm not going to read, talking about the things that she wanted to be doing in these freak-offs.
Interesting. Yeah, and how would you describe the back and forth? Is it tense? Is it aggressive? I assume Tenny Garagos is doing it, a female defense attorney. How is this going? How would you describe it?
I think it's going well so far. It's not aggressive right now. It's not. And as I mentioned, there was a little bit of chuckle between the two of them right after she came back from that break, because how Cassie was reading the communications, I think Cassie was thinking maybe she needed to start from the top down, which seems logical, but it seems as if defense counsel was going from the bottom up and wanting her to read them. And Cassie responded, well, I just want to make sure that I'm reading them the right way. They kind of laughed back and forth, and the judge said, get to a question. So he wanted to cut off any sort of niceties that were occurring between the two of them, and he was like, get right to a question. But, you know, Ted, it's the beginning. It's just the beginning of the cross, and she's going to be on the stand for quite some time. I anticipate that it will eventually get kind of aggressive.
Absolutely. All right, Kelly Craft, thank you. We'll let you get back into the courtroom. Kelly will be with us throughout the day with updates on this cross-examination between defense attorney Anna Estevao and Cassie Ventura on the stand. This, you could argue, is going to make or break both of these cases. Kelly, thank you. Still with us, trial attorney Cannon Kearney. Cannon, what do you take from Kelly's reporting there, the initial stages of what is going to be a very long cross?
Well, Ted, I would say first and foremost, the witnesses' initials are CC. And I found that that was very uplifting, because two words that are very credible now are credibility as well as character. We know that in the criminal courtroom that character really can't go at, so we have to go at another C word, which is the common scheme. And Cassie is here to show that Mr. P. Diddy had a common scheme of soliciting prostitution, of racketeering, of doing all of these things. However, her credibility is now on the line. So the defense wants to show that she's a violent person, that she's a drug user, that she's someone who could be a quote-unquote gold digger. Well, the prosecution is doing the exact same thing against Mr. P. Diddy by showing that he's someone who's aggressive. He can't control himself in the video where he's fighting the witness, and that he's someone that uses his money to establish the things that he wants. It's gonna be up to the jury to be able to decide whether or not they can believe that this witness is actually credible based on the email that we just heard about, based on the text messages that we're going to hear about. So as we've just discussed, this is very, very much in the infancy stages of the cross-examination. I'm sure, as she just indicated, that it's going to get a lot tougher for the witness.